Hello students. Today we are going to learn about the useful species of earthworm. So in this video we will learn many different types of the species of the earthworm because the earthworms they are useful to us, and since it is necessary to study the useful species. All over the world many species of the earthworms they are present and they are tested for the mass cultivation. And it is observed that the worms which are occur in diverse habitats, they are responsible for converting the organic material like manure, compost, okay, so kitchen drainage, effluent, so everything that organic material, okay, which is get converted into vermicompost, and that vermicompost is used by us as a biofertilizer. So these earthworms are the omnivorous, but they mostly derive the nutrition from the dead organic matter, which generally does not occur abundantly in the soil. And as a result of that, they are adapted to swallow a large quantity of the soil for extracting the sufficient nourishment from it. And the earthworms species, they are just if you just take the different earthworms from different species, they vary in their size and shape. So it is necessary to learn the species. Okay, so here there are actually many different useful species of earthworms are there. We are just concentrate on the six. The first one, that is Euryalus eugenie. Second one, Ischenia foetida. Third one is Perionyx sansibarius. Fourth one is Pontoscolex corinthurus. Then the fifth one is Eudicogaster species. And the sixth one is the Polypheretima elongata. Okay, so here in Maharashtra, the species like the Pontoscolex, then Perionyx excavatus, Perionyx sansibarius, Perithema elongata, Eudragaster, Euryalus eugenie, Eugenia foetida, and Perithema postema, they are widely present. And all these species, they are widely being used for converting the waste material into the vermicompost. Okay, so here we are just take the definition of vermicomposting first. See, the term vermicomposting is generally believed by many authors, including um, the present one, that is as denoting the process in which the earthworms they are made to feed upon certain substrates in order to convert the substrate into vermicast. Okay, so um, of the three main categories of the earthworm, see there are three main categories. For example, epigeics, anisecs, and the endogeic. So here, if we consider the first one, epigeic, so they are the humus feeders and they are surface dweller. Here see, you are able to observe the epigeic type of the earthworms. So here they are the litter feeder, litter dweller. They possesses pigmentation on their body. Then they are not forming the burrows and they are small in size. So all these characteristics they are present in the epigeic type of the earthworm. Then the second one is there the endogeic type of the earthworm. So these type of the earthworms they are also small in a size, but they produces the horizontal burrows. So here they are also small in a size and they are producing the horizontal burrows. The pigmentation is absent here. and they are present. They are actually known as the dwellers, and they are present in the top soil layer. And the endozoic earthworms, they are rich soil feeders. So this is about the second type, that is the endozoic. And the third one is anisic. Here they feed both on litter as well as the soil. They are soil dweller. From dorsal surface the pigmentation is there. They produces the vertical burrows, and the burrows are permanent one, and they are large in a size. So here the large sized earthworms are there. So these are the three different types of the earthworms or categories of the earthworm: epizoic, endozoic, and anisic. So these are the three different types of the species. Okay, now sorry, types of the earthworms. So the next one, here first we study the Eudrilus eugenie. So this is the Eudrilus eugenie. Just concentrate on this name only, Eudrilus eugenie. Uh, the another species of the earthworm is Eschenia fotida. So it is just by mistaken comes towards the left side, but actually the name is Eschenia fotida. And the first species of the earthworm, which is Eudrilus eugenie. Actually, this is the species of the earthworm which is the exotic species in a vermiculture, and it is also known as the African night crawler. So these cosmopolitan species, which is originally from Africa, and since it is known as African night crawler, and it is widely cultured and distributed by the earthworm growers all over the world. And uh, why we are using that particular species all over the world? Because the species which is the best for vermicomposting and the production of the protein meal, and since we are using this species Eudrilus eugenie, now it has an excellent growth, and this species which is responsible for converting the organic waste in a very high conservation conversion ratios into the biofertilizer. Okay, and since we are using it, बघा ही जी काही आफ्रिकन नाईट क्राउलर स्पेसिस आहे ती पूर्ण जगात वापरली जाते का? कारण ते व्हर्मी कंपोस्टिंगसाठी बेस्ट आहे. मग व्हर्मी कंपोस्टिंगसाठी बेस्ट का आहे? त्याचं कारण आहे की त्यांची ग्रोथ पण फास्ट होते आणि ते जास्तीत जास्त ऑर्गॅनिक मटेरियल कन्वर्ट करतात बायोफर्टिलायझर म्हणजेच व्हर्मी कंपोस्टमध्ये. ओके, so these species required the temperature that is 24 to 30 degrees Celsius, which is the temperature required for proper growth and development. They are present at the depth of 15 to 22 centimeter, and they required variable moisture content. It depends again. Okay, so these species Eudrilus eugenie have 8 setae per segment. So setae, these are nothing but the locomotory organ. बघा सीटे म्हणजे काय? अगदी स्मॉल हेअर लाईक प्रोसेसेस असतात आणि ते लोकोमोशनसाठी यूज केले जातात. मग जसं वेगवेगळ्या ॲनिमल्समध्ये वेगवेगळे लोकोमोटरी ऑर्गन असतात, तसं इथे अर्थवर्ममध्ये प्रत्येक सेगमेंट, त्याची बॉडी सेगमेंटेड असते आणि त्या प्रत्येक सेगमेंटवरती सीटे म्हणजेच स्मॉल लोकोमोटरी ऑर्गन्सची एक विशिष्ट प्रकारे अरेंजमेंट केलेली असते. ओके, मग Eudrilus eugenie काय आहे? 8 सीटे आहे प्रत्येक सेगमेंटमध्ये, त्यांची एक स्पेसिफिक ॲडजस्टमेंट केलेली असते. देन द मेल पोर विच इज सिंगल, and that male pore which is present on 17th and 18th segment, they possesses the meganephridial nephridia. in routine culture method, the optimum temperature which is required, that is 20 degree to 28 degrees Celsius, but the hatching temperature is different. Okay, and the cocoons 3 weeks, about 3 weeks required for the cocoons, they were deposited, and the cocoons get hatched at 25 degree Celsius. Then it can grow to maximum weight of 2.5 gram in 8 to 10 weeks. So they are fast growing species of the earthworm. Okay, so this is about the Eutrylus eugenie. Then the second one, that is the Ischenia fotida. So if you are able to observe, actually in the pictures it is not, we are unable to get the clear idea about the whatever the characteristic features, distinguishing characteristic features between Eutrylus and Ischenia fotida and remaining other species of the earthworm like Perionyx and Polypheretima. But still, just try to understand the different characteristics. Okay, so here the second species of the earthworm is Ischenia fotida. See, this Ischenia fotida is also fast growing earthworm. Okay, and actually it is commonly known as red worm, then brandling worm, tiger worm, red regular worms, sorry, not rooms, worms. Okay, so these are the another name for Ischenia fotida. So commonly they are also known by all these names. Okay, now these species particularly which produces the annual cocoon production, which is almost 35 times more as compared with the Eutrylus eugenie. Okay, suppose, okay, we take the example that the Eutrylus eugenie is able to produce the for example, okay, 1 kg cocoon per year. So in the same year, the Ischenia fotida, they are able to produce 35 kg cocoons. बघा कंपॅरिझन दिलंय त्यांनी फक्त cocoons are the small sized eggs of the earthworms. पण जितके जास्त cocoons असतील ऑब्व्हियसली तितके जास्त नेक्स्ट जनरेशन मधले अर्थवर्म तयार होणार आहेत. मग Eutrylus eugenie जर एका वर्षात 1 kg, म्हणजे आपण जर सगळे पूर्ण वर्षभरात त्याने जेवढे ककून दिलेत, फॉर एक्झाम्पल सांगितलं मी आधीच, तर ते जर 1 kg असेल त्यांचं वेट, तर इथे Ischenia fotida 35 kg, म्हणजे बघा 35 पट जास्त एग लेईंग कपॅसिटी त्याची इथे प्रेझेंट आहे. म्हणजेच काय, 35 टाइम्स हा Ischenia fotida जास्त प्रमाणात एग्स तयार करतो ह्या Eutrylus eugenie पेक्षा. Okay, the conversion ratio of these species is very high and make it suitable for used in vermicomposting. बघा त्याचे जितके जास्त ककून्स ऑब्व्हियसली तितके जास्त नवीन अर्थवर्म्स तयार होतील, आणि जितके नवीन अर्थवर्म्स तयार होतील, जितके जास्त अर्थवर्म ऑब्व्हियसली तितकं जास्तीत जास्त ऑर्गॅनिक कंटेंट बायोफर्टिलायझरमध्ये म्हणजेच व्हर्मी कंपोस्टमध्ये कन्व्हर्ट होणार आहे. म्हणजे एक सोपं उदाहरण जर तुम्हाला दिलं, समजा एक वाळूचा ढीग आहे, मोठा ढीग करून ठेवलेला आहे, तो एका ठिकाणाहून दुसऱ्या ठिकाणी न्यायचा आहे. एकच माणूस कामाला लावला तर त्या माणसाला जास्त वेळ लागेल तो वाळूचा ढीग एका ठिकाणाहून दुसऱ्या ठिकाणी न्यायला. तेच जर 10 माणसं लावले तर तो ढीग पटकन दुसऱ्या ठिकाणी उचलून नेता येईल. मग हेच इथे आहे की जे पण काही ऑर्गॅनिक कंटेंट प्रेझेंट असणार आहे ते सगळं ऑर्गॅनिक कंटेंट जितके अर्थवर्म जास्त असतील तितके ते फास्ट बायो फर्टिलायझरमध्ये म्हणजेच व्हर्मी कंपोस्टमध्ये कन्वर्ट होईल. म्हणून Ischenia fotida ही स्पेसीज जास्त युजफुल आहे व्हर्मी कंपोस्टमध्ये ॲज कम्पेअर्ड विथ द अदर स्पेसीज. ओके, while remaining other morphological features and other factors which are similar to that of the Eutrylus eugenie, but the major difference between the Ischenia and Eutrylus is that Ischenia produces large number of the cocoons per year, and that is 35 times greater than the Eutrylus eugenie. Okay, then the next, okay, so here the third one is Perionyx sensibaricus. See, this is one of the best known indigenous species and which is used for vermicomposting, mostly which occur in the forest at a depth of ranging from 3 to 8 centimeter. The temperature which is required, that is 20 to 28 degrees Celsius. Then the pH required, that is variable again. Okay, it depends. And the moisture required, that is 20 to 40%. So these species have a single pointed setae. बघा, आपण पहिल्या स्पेसिसमध्ये युड्रिलस युजेनीमध्ये बघितलं होतं की प्रत्येक सेगमेंटमध्ये 8 सीटे असतात, लोकोमोटरी ऑर्गन. इथे काय आहे, दिस स्पेसिस हॅव अ सिंगल पॉइंटेड सीटे, म्हणजे एकच फक्त पॉइंटेड सीटे त्या एका सेगमेंटमध्ये प्रेझेंट असणार आहे. म्हणजे काही सेगमेंटेड बॉडी आहे, प्रत्येक सेगमेंटला एक सीट आहे. म्हणजे बघा, असे छोटे छोटे जे काही पॉईंट्स असतात त्याच्यावरून आपण त्या स्पेसिस वेगळे वेगळे आपण त्यांना सायंटिफिक नेम देत असतो. त्यांचं त्यांचे हॅबिटॅट असेल, हॅबिट्स असतील आणि हे वेगवेगळे कॅरेक्टर्स, त्याच्यावरनं आपण त्यांचे वेगवेगळ्या जीनस आणि स्पेसिस ठरवत असतो. मग इथे आपल्याला हे एक वेगळं कॅरेक्टर मिळालं पेरिओनिक्स सॅन्सिबॅरिकसमध्ये, की प्रत्येक सेगमेंटला फक्त सिंगल पॉइंटेड सीटे प्रेझेंट असणार आहेत. ओके, then next one is that male pore which is situated on 17th or 18th segment, and the female pore which is present on 14th segment. Okay, there are many other species of the perionyx. Okay, so which are the other species? See, the perionyx Sansibaricus is one, and another are Perionyx excavatus. Then this Perionyx excavatus, which is somehow resemble with the Perionyx Sansibaricus, and both of the species of the Perionyx, they have the good ability to convert the organic waste into the vermicompost. Okay, and we are using both these species actually which are better suited in India, particularly in central and the North India, where the summer temperature does not rises, and that temperature 20 to 28 degrees Celsius, which is remaining throughout the year constant in the central and the North India. And since we are using the species like the Perionyx Sansibaricus. Okay, and these species, they are actually poorly used for the purpose of vermicomposting. Okay, so this is about the Perionyx Sansibaricus. The fourth one, that is the Pontus Colex. The fourth one, that is the Pontus Colex Corenthurus. Then it is the endozoic. Okay, this is the endozoic type, and which shows the shallow they are the shallow burrowing worms. These worms, they are just 2 centimeter in the length. Okay, and this is the geophytophagous species, and usually not used for vermicomposting. Then the next one here, the fifth one, Eudicogaster species. Okay, Eudicogaster species, and this is the another name of the earthworm species, Polypherethema elongata. So the Eudicogaster, fifth one is Eudicogaster species. Forget about the elongata. It is the species of Polypherethema. So we are discussing now about the Eudicogaster species. See, which is one of the Indian species, and which is found in the monoculture vegetation and mixed farming at the depth 10 to 30 centimeter. They required 17 to 30% moisture for proper growth, and the temperature required, that is 19 to 24 degrees Celsius. Now the pre-intestinal region, which is long with the intestinal origin in or behind the segment 15. So this is the characteristic feature of that particular species. Okay, then the excretory system, which is of a specific type, we call it as a mesonephric type of the excretory system, is present here in the Eudicogaster species. Okay, then the sixth one is the Polypheretima elongata. So here it is one of the most widely distributed species and which are found in the monoculture, but the depth is differ, that is they are just present at 20 centimeter in the depth. They require the 25% moisture content and the temperature required, that is 21 degree Celsius. And this species which is characterized by arrangement of numerous setae in a ring in each segment. Okay, so here every segment contain many number of setae, numerous, many number of setae in a ring on every segment. म्हणजे प्रत्येक सेगमेंटमध्ये खूप न्यूमरस मेनी सीटेज खूप सीटे प्रेझेंट असतात, पण ते सीटे एका स्पेसिफिक रिंग लाईक स्ट्रक्चरमध्ये प्रेझेंट असतात. म्हणजे थोडक्यात काय की इकडे तिकडे अस्ताव्यस्त न हे करता एक लाईनमध्ये सरळ रिंग लाईक स्ट्रक्चरमध्ये ते प्रेझेंट असतात. ओके, so all these species of the earthworms were tested for the mass cultivation all over the world, and all these species are helpful for converting the organic waste into the vermicompost. Okay, so all this is about the 6 different type of the species. The first one Eudrilus eugenie, second one is Shinia fotida, third one Perionyx sensibaricus with its another species, that is Perionyx excavatus. Then the fourth one, that is the Pontox colex, and fifth one Eutricogaster, and sixth one is the Polypheretima elongata. Okay, so all these are the six species. So this is the link. You just go through this link for just, it is just for information, more information. If you are interested, so just go through this link. Okay, so all this is about the different species of earthworms. Thank you.